Hey everyone, in today's video I want to show you what we will be using for nature study in our homeschool. So it's mostly Usborne stuff, but a couple other things. The first thing I have here is this Lucy Hammett's Nature Bingo. This is super cool. This is something I found at the thrift store. I did see it available on eBay. I don't know if you can purchase it anywhere else, but there is the website and information. Okay, so here we have the bingo game, and on the back of each card, this is what makes it so unique, is it tells information. So it tells information about the marsupials. So as you're playing bingo, you can say, okay, marsupials, and they have to see if they have marsupials, but then you can read them the information before you go on to the next one. They're very pretty cards, information. So we've got those, and then we've got the cards here, and they're all different, and they're just really, really beautiful. So this is a great game for all ages. All ages can learn something. So again, I don't know if this is available like on Amazon or something, but it is available on eBay if you want that. The other thing I have for when we do nature study is this Nature Detective Activity Kit. Although I lost the activity guide, I don't know where that went. But this has clipboards, and it's really cool because we have leaves and seeds, and then we have a field guide down here. So this was from the activity booklet. This was a page I copied, but I don't know where that booklet went to for the other reproducibles, but that's okay because they can just have plain paper here too. But we have leaves and seeds field guide, and so they can go through this and see if they can find these leaves and seeds. We've also got the invertebrates. So we have the invertebrates field guide, plus this just gives them a nice sturdy background to write on. And then we've got rocks and soil along with the field guide. And then we have the plants and flowers. So this is just super, super neat. All right, then I'll show you the books. And so I plan to really just try to do nature study once a month. Nothing big. We're outside pretty much every day, but as far as a formal, we're gonna go outside and do nature study, my plan is once a month. So these are the books that I have for that. So we have the Usborne My First Reference Book About Nature. And I think what I'm going to do is do different themes. And so maybe one day we'll focus on birds and one day rocks and so forth. But I'll utilize these books to come up with my plan, basically. This is for the younger crowd. I've got the Rocks and Minerals Spotters Guide. So that can help us identify the rocks and minerals. And then I also have the Usborne 1000 Things in Nature. So this again is just something we can look for outside. So there's just all kinds of 1,000 things, like it said, that we can try to find. Then we have the Usborne Lift the Flap Nature. So of course, who doesn't love Lift the Flap book? This is for my little one, my 4-year-old. And then we have my very first outdoor book. My very first is like my favorite series of Usborne. I say that all the time, but it really is. I love it. So there's a lot here, like sun and wind, bugs and slugs, beachcombing, rainy days, trees and leaves, snow and ice, pond dipping, animal tracking, stargazing, all about flowers. So again, I can take topics from these books, what we're gonna focus on. Bird watching in the clouds, moon watching, taking care. So then we have the Usborne Outdoor Book, and I would say this is probably like our main book that we're gonna use to pull from because it has ideas for discovering and exploring outdoors. So let's take a look inside here. We've got exploring ponds, rivers, and seas, discovering wildlife, investigating woods, into the wild, out in all weather, and night explorer. We also do have a telescope too. And then there are quick links too. So I'll just show you a little bit inside this. Seashore activities, hunting creatures, bird watching, investigating woods, wild art. This is a super nice book. Building a shelter, finding your way, sending messages, all weather, night explorer. So that just gave you a peek inside that. And then the last thing I have is 199 birds, and my daughter loves to check out the binoculars and the bird watching guide from the library. We can't check those out right now, so we will probably end up buying our own binoculars and bird watching guide, field guide, or whatever you call it. But this is kind of like a beginner field guide. It has just the different birds and what they look like. Okay, no, we're not going to be looking for penguins. But that's just kind of like a beginner like field guide type of thing. But that is what we have. So if you have any questions, please let me know down below, and I'll be happy to answer them. But this is just very basic nature study. I'm not a huge nature person, so this is, you know, really just diving into God's creation for us. And it's not something that is very formal. I want it to be fun, and I want the kids to just marvel in God's creation. That's kind of the point of it. And whatever they learn along the way is an added bonus. So thanks so much for watching, and have a great day.